What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about a little Pirates of the Caribbean news. This flew right under my radar, but this was actually on Sunday at the Oscars, where Jerry Bruckheimer was asked yet again about Pirates, and he gave two different quotes, one about the script and then one about Johnny Depp. I want to go over it because it continues to get more and more exciting. I am kind of confused with the script, and again, we'll read the quote out and we'll talk about it, but it's kind of interesting how everything seems to be going. So in regards to the script, or just Pirates of the Caribbean in general, Jerry Bruckheimer said, "We're all working on it. We'll see how it comes out, but we're very excited. I think we'll have a great screenplay, and we're getting close." And then he was asked about Johnny Depp, and he said, "We'll see. I would love it. I would love him in the movie. That's all I can tell you." Now, if you want to talk about the Johnny Depp thing first, that second quote, I really believe he knows, obviously, way more than what he's saying. I think considering their writing, I mean, this doesn't take too much like brain power, I think, to figure out. If they're writing the script, and I do have a question of, well, why is the script still being written years after? It seems like it had started and stopped and then started again. Maybe they restarted the entire script, but that does play into it, right? Because he keeps talking about, well, I'd love to have, Johnny in this movie. Well, if you're writing the script, well, wouldn't you have to know whether Jack Sparrow is in that movie or not? And I've constantly said it, but I think it's always important to say it again. These movies are doomed if they don't have Jack Sparrow in it, okay? If Johnny Depp is not attached to Pirates of the Caribbean 6, they're screwed. And I've said for a while, I think if you can say a proper farewell to the character, you want to do spin-offs, you want to do that Margot Robbie movie, whatever. I actually think it can work. I think Pirates of the Caribbean can work without him. But I think just in the state of everything, in the state of culture and all that stuff, I think you'd have to say goodbye to him first before you then start to experiment. We said it for the Margot Robbie movie, I'd say it for anything. If you make a Pirates of the Caribbean 6, and Jack Sparrow not only is not in it, but he has to probably be one of the main characters, right? He doesn't have to drive anything. I think these movies kind of work best when he's not necessarily in the captain's seat every single scene. He can be in it like he was in 5, like he was really in like 2 or 3, I'd argue, right? So if that's the case, I think that's perfect. If it's not the case, I think the movie's doomed. I think you'd be wasting $200-300 million, however much, to do all the stuff with the movie, to then not make your money back. I just don't think it would work. So it does sound like, flat out honest, it sounds like he's going to be in it. It sounds like behind the scenes, and maybe what's taking so long is they're going to try to convince him, Johnny Depp, to come back. That's a very optimistic point of view, but I just have to think, like, what's happened with the Margot Robbie movie, they know. They know if they did a Margot Robbie spinoff, all-female-centric, Pirates movie, it would absolutely bomb. They know that. And there's a couple of reasons why it would bomb. One of them is Johnny. The others are the other reasons. But I think they know what they have to do. It's almost like the Kylo Ren thing. Like, he knows what he has to do. He just doesn't know if he has the strength to do it. It's kind of that line only for Pirates. And then the first one, again, the question I had for the script is really, why is it still happening? So, Johnny Depp had talked about during his trial, right, that he was basically in the writing room with the writing team, like he was going to be helping them write it. So I do assume it started, it stopped, it started, it stopped. But I guess, again, what really makes me somewhat more confident, if we're just playing along with the things I'm creating on the spot in my head, if they had something and then he had his trial, right, which was a year ago. We're almost approaching 1 year since the start of that Johnny Depp trial. If they had something and they're like, all right, look, we'll make a pirate script, but it won't have him in it because this Amber Heard thing is still going on. But then the trial happened and everything was cleaned, right? Well, maybe back last June, right? And this is honestly, I think, possible. Maybe last June, they reconvened and they said, okay, look, can we sell Disney? Can we get Johnny back on board? Like, can this work? We think we can. And by we, I mean like Jerry Bruckheimer, the writers, everybody. So let's redo this script and let's come up with something that, directly involves him. I think that's possible. I really don't see a reason why a script would take this long unless maybe they started it around like a year ago, right? Scripts take various amounts of time. Some people can write scripts in a couple months, couple weeks, couple years. But it's been, honestly, like from when it probably started, like writing a script, it's probably been closer to like 4 to 5 years. So there's just no way that that's actually, you know what I mean? The script that they started 4 years ago, let's say, there's no way that's the script that Jerry Bruckheimer's talking about that's almost done. There's just absolutely no way. So I do think it had to be probably scrapped and restarted, and that's probably what he's talking about. But I'm getting excited, especially that last couple words of that first quote, like it's getting very close. So, do they announce it as soon as the script is done? I don't know, but I do think 2023 is the year. I think by the end of this year, maybe we start to hear rumors that, okay, the script's done, here's what it's about, we're going to get these people involved. Like, I think we could hear that stuff in 2023, and that would make me very, very happy. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you're all subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.